Hey, what's up, guys? Tony here, and I have got myself a very special guest tonight, and this is actually the first time I'm doing a dual commentary in MLB 11, the show. So who do I have here?
You've got Cain you're talking to?
All right, what's up, Cain? Now,
not a whole lot.
how do I know you?
Oh, man. Well, I think we met through Chris, Kakalaki.
Oh, that's right, we did.
We did. Yeah, and it was through that whole Huppet thing, I think.
That's right. Yeah, it was through Huppet. So that's right.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that because one night you were playing with us, and I was like, "That Cain guy's pretty cool."
Yeah, and we've been playing ever since on Black Ops, actually.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
But recently, how recent have you gotten into Road to the Show?
Well, ever since I had asked you about it, because I had the 09 version, and I could not figure out. I thought it was just totally the analog sticks, and I suck with it. So I was like, I couldn't figure out to turn the button, so I got rid of it. I said, this game sucks.
That's right.
But then I asked you about the 11, and you said, well, there was the button configuration, and since I got past that, it is like the best baseball game ever.
It is. That's right. You asked me about the analog sticks. I'm like, nope. I changed mine fast. Yeah.
I could not hit. I could not pitch with the analog stick. I'm just not good with it.
I don't like them either.
But the Road to the Show is just superb. I love it. Just the whole feel of it, being on the field. Like you had talked about in your videos, with the weather change. I love it.
All right, so I imagine then you're probably like a video game baseball veteran.
A veteran?
Yeah, well, have you played more than just, what was it, 09 you said?
Yeah, I had 09.
Well, because basically what I want to know, before this, did you play like franchise mode and that's it?
No, actually I was just playing career mode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but, I didn't really know about the Road to the Show thing. Then I started watching your videos and said, this looks pretty interesting. So, and just the whole feel of it is great. And working your way through the, through AA all the way through up to the MLB, it's great.
It's pretty cool. For me, it's totally revolutionized the way that I play sports games now because I get bored of the franchise mode or like a single season because it's just sort of like it becomes just sort of monotonous after a while. Like, okay, another 9-inning game done. There's something about like leveling up a character and sort of playing that day in, day out sort of grind of the baseball. So, yeah, for me, it's totally awesome. I love it. So, I imagine you're the same way.
Oh, absolutely. The stats, getting your points for each game, it just makes you want to just do better in the game and get your character leveled up and your stats up and, working your way up through the ranks. And
so what did you do? Did you choose a team, or did you? Because I chose the Padres, or did you go in the draft?
I actually chose a team. I chose Atlanta.
The Braves, okay.
Yeah, which now they are one of my. I'm gonna say they're not my favorite team. My team is Tampa Bay Rays.
Okay.
But I started with them, and I got traded. Yeah, I was like, what the heck's going on here? And I remember, I'd send you text about it and what's going on here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But I got traded, I guess, and to what was it? The Sea Biscuits or something? Not the Sea Biscuits, the Biscuits.
Yeah.
And then, and then I got traded again, and then it was. To the Durham Bulls when I went AAA.
Oh, okay. And those guys are still a Braves affiliate?
No.
I thought they're the Rays.
That is Rays,
okay.
Yes. That's who I wanted eventually, and I stuck with it. And I dominated AAA once I got the hang of it, and I just absolutely loved it. I actually had a record high at the end of my season of
really?
For doubles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had 46 doubles, which that might not be a lot, but to me it was. And in my division, I had the most doubles.
So, what year are you in?
I am in the 2014.
Okay, wow, you're plugging along that pretty good.
I'm actually in my second season with the Tampa Bay Rays.
Nice.
and I'm a starter.
Very good.
Yeah, the whole, I don't know if you experienced this, but the first season, I did not play hardly any.
It's like whole
And,
season?
well, they put me in like in seventh inning or something,
Yeah.
and I got to play a couple plays, but it didn't give me enough points, and my stats started decreasing,
Yeah.
and it irritated me, and I wanted them to trade me so bad, and but I stuck with it, and now the second season, I'm a starter. So,
So on the Rays, you were a bench player.
yes, yep.
Oh, okay.
That was my starting. I was bench.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I didn't have that. Well, did you look at the depth chart when you picked the Rays? Did they have like were they pretty stacked in that first base position? Because you're talking about your first baseman, right?
Yeah, I played first base.
Okay. Were they stacked? Were they deep in that position?
It wasn't balanced. I think it was. I can't remember. Honestly, I don't know if I looked at that. I've looked at that before, but I don't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, it really sucked, and
that would be horrible. I mean, all right, that would be horrible. But then again, it would be a very accurate, career.
Yeah, it was, and I just hated the loading times, waiting just to play for one inning, and
Yeah.
and then it says fast forwarding into the game, and my stats were just slowly going down.
Oh, so you discovered that when your stats go orange, you start to decrease.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what I discovered first, Tony, is the steep learning curve you were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
It is a total different ball game when you get up into majors.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, to me it was. But I'm doing better now. I'm in spring.
So no, well, how so? Like, expand on that, because I'm kind of curious. Because for me, and I think I try not to sound cocky about this, but I think because I've been playing baseball all my life, I mean, for me, it wasn't that big of a transition. But maybe, I mean, I'll take this back. I'm taking this back right now. I have noticed that the pitching, yes, it gets better in the majors. Like, I've seen some pitches that have actually fooled me. Like, whoa, that must have been like a curveball.
Yeah, they'll throw some doozies.
Yeah, they will. So there will come times, but so yeah. Well, tell me about your experience, because I want to hear about this.
Well, when I first, got into the Rays Stadium, of course, the stadium, Tropicana Field, it's huge.
Yeah.
You got all these fans screaming. I actually had to turn my volume down because the fans were so loud. I felt like I was really playing baseball in real life. I had the jitters.
Wait, were you wearing your headset?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've done that before too. It's pretty loud.
Yeah, so I had to adjust that the crowd volume, and but I actually had the jitters, and I was nervous. But I was like swinging at everything, and I was just horrible. But I'm in spring training now for my second season. I've already hit one home run.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, just one. But I'm not really. My stats aren't quite up that high yet. They're in like the 60s still for the power and contact.
So what have you been putting most of your points into?
The plate vision, I would say, and my fielding and reaction time.
Oh, okay, yeah. Those are good, definitely for first baseman. And did you notice, like, every time you put points in that plate vision, that little circle gets bigger?
No, I did not notice that.
Oh yeah, when you get like 99 plate vision, that circle that covers the plate, it's huge.
Oh well, 99. Yeah, see, I'm still in the 60s.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm like 63 or 64.
So you must, like, what is your fielding arm and accuracy? Are those like really super high now?
I put those up too, but they're not super high. No, my fielding they're probably in the 40s, I think.
Really?
Not too great. Yeah, I think I just put my stats on the wrong ones. The points towards the stats, I mean.
What have you done so far that's leveled up high, like super high? Do you have? Because I mean, you're going to your second season in the majors. You should have something in like at least the 70s.
Well, I say I'm on my second season. I'm in spring training right now.
Oh, okay. So you got one major league season
behind me. Yes.
You. And then so you did what? 3 years of minors.
Oh yeah, I did. 1, 2. Yeah, I think it was 3, and I got traded like two or three times.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, but I mean, did you have one area of your character that's leveled up more than the rest?
Probably my durability.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't want him to set me on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably my durability. But I was gonna ask you what you thought I should put my stats into. I mean, my points into the most.
Well, this is the way I've approached the show before, is I put every one of my available stats into contact and power. Like, I'll set myself a goal. Like, when I first start, I'll be like, okay, I want to get my contact to 70 for right-handed, and then I'll get to 70 for left-handed, and then I'll work on my power and get up to about 70, all the while still working on my other, your goals.
Yeah.
So I put everything
sorry.
into my. Oh, no, I was just sorry. I put everything into my hitting because that's where ultimately you get most of your points from.
It's true.
So that's always the way I've approached it, And then there are times where you need if you want to steal bases, you need to put more in your speed and your base running ability, base running aggression. But durability, for me, durability is like in the 60s. It's really low.
Yeah, I think mine's in the 70s or 80s. I think.
Oh wow, yeah.
Durability. Yeah.
Oh, did you make any of the All-Star teams?
And in AAA, I was a designated hitter.
Oh, okay. Oh.
In a game, and I did hit the ball. I got out, but I did get to play.
Okay. Yeah, because you make the All-Star team, you get a shitload of points for that. If you make the Futures game, I think you get 500 points or something for the All-Star game.
Yeah. Other than that, I have not. No.
And then,
I mean,
when you get to the playoffs and stuff, you get double points.
Double points? Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
And do you play every spring training game, or have you?
I was gonna ask you about that too. If you simmed yours. And I found out by myself that was a stupid idea to sim. I simmed my first season.
Yeah.
Because you get points.
Yeah, you get points. I sim them now because my character's at the point where I can just take season points. But if you still need to work on hitting and stuff, I would definitely play every single game you can.
I'm definitely doing that now. I'm playing every game in the spring training. So.
Well, hopefully, you put as a starting first baseman, so that way you'll start racking up major points.
Oh yeah,
for all those putouts.
I love first base, and in real life, actually, as a kid, I started playing t-ball, and I always played first base, and it just kind of stuck with me up until high school.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, I'm gonna make my character first baseman. So
it's a great way to make points. It really is.
Yeah, with all the putouts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get a lot of points for that.
That and pitching are the two biggest points getters. I've never caught though. Someone one time was asking me to do a character, catcher, and I was like, I don't know if I want to be catching a whole game.
I actually tried catcher once.
Did you really?
I deleted the character.
You didn't like it, huh?
After 2 games.
Oh,
yes.
Man, yeah, because those would be grind.
It's tough. I'm just not a catcher. I didn't like it. And actually, you know what I named him?
What's that?
Tony Mantle.
Did you? Tony Mantle?
Of course, I used your first name.
Yeah, and then the Mick's last name, huh?
The Mantle. I was like, well, I'll just put Mantle on in there.
Well, I feel honored.
Yeah.
I've never caught a day in my life though.
No, I know you haven't, but I actually have a character named after Kakalaki.
Do you really?
Also. Yeah. Well, they actually have his name in the name bank there, Chris.
Oh, that's right. So. You can.
Yep.
Yeah, that's easy. See, mine not so much. I wish you could record, or have send a name in or something.
Yeah, well, they actually have my name. My character is actually my real name. Yes.
Well, well, you got a common. I don't want to say common name, but
it is pretty common actually.
Well, yeah. My last name? No, it's not.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Yeah, I looked on there for that. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's not gonna be on there. But Ryan's last name too. He has a character, but he uses a short version of a last name that's very similar to his. So he gets away with it. But yeah, it's unfortunate. People with great last names.
Yeah.
People who are in the game. Yeah, very fortunate they can have the call outs.
But I'll tell you, it's such a good feeling when you get up to plate and then they just call your name out over the intercom.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's
It
awesome.
is. I'm like, yep, that's me.
And like people are cheering, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
You know, yeah, so I get booed sometimes too.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Actually got booed in the batting section, you know. So, but somebody booed me.
No kidding.
I don't know if it was a glitch or something. I was like, okay.
So,
But,
okay, so now that you've been in the show, if you were to start a character over again, would you want to? Because I know there's that thing. Once you get to the show, I would hate to go back to the minors and start a new character.
I have thought about it. Well, like I said, I do have another character I'm working on. He's a pitcher actually.
Okay.
But as far as like the character I'm using, oh man, I don't know, because that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. So I don't know about that. But I did tell you about my Grand Slam.
Yes. Please tell me more about that.
Well, that was when I was with the Durham Bulls, which is with the Rays organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was AAA. Yeah, AAA. And I can't remember what inning or what it was, but you know, I didn't even think nothing about it. It was bases loaded, and he just threw the perfect pitch, a little high. You know, I thought it was going to be a ball, but I swung at it anyway, and man, I just hit it, I don't know, 300 and something, probably feet over the right field wall.
Oh, man.
And it was just the most satisfying feeling. I was actually just jumping around for joy. I've never had a Grand Slam. I'm sure you've had plenty.
I mean, yeah, I've had a couple, but it's still, I mean, no, because, you know, very rare. I was playing tonight, and I came up with bases loaded, and I was like, okay, cool, you know. It was Strasburg was pitching.
Oh,
and
Strasburg.
so bases loaded with Strasburg on the mound, and I flied out to shallow right field, and I was so mad because I missed this opportunity to drive in at least a run. And I see the guy running from third to home. I'm like, what are you doing, you idiot? And the right fielder threw the ball up the line, and the guy came in safe, so I got a sac fly out of it. But sometimes that computer makes some really dumb decisions.
They do. Sometimes they do.
Oh, man,
especially with the third base coach one time. He was waving me. I was going. He kept on waving me home, and I went past him, and they got me out of home.
Have you ever seen it where like he's waving you home, and as soon as you pass him, he puts on the stop sign?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
exactly.
God, I couldn't believe it. I was like, are you serious, dude?
Yeah, and then I get docked for that. You know, it's like, really?
It's bad. Well, have you ever been up the plate where you've got a base stealer on first, and he steals second, and the very next pitch he tries to steal third with like less than 2 outs?
Yes, I have. That happened
and he gets
all
thrown
the
out
time.
at third. I'm like, are you serious, dude? What are you doing? I hate that. Oh, man, it pisses me off. Like, what is this computer doing? I don't think it knows what it's doing.
Yeah, well, sometimes I have to sacrifice a couple strikes because he keeps running.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, you know, sometimes he'll make it, but most times he gets out. So
more than once, man. When the third base coach is telling me to steal third, I'm like, you're nuts. With a left-handed batter up, you know, no, I'm not stealing third.
No, actually, lately I have not been paying attention to the base coaches. I just kind of do my own thing, and it's been serving me a lot better.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny you say that because there's a part of me that likes that, but then there's a part of me that thinks like, okay, if the base coach tells you to steal second and you don't steal second, somewhere within that opportunity, then you should get disciplined or points reduced for that because the coach wants you to do something, you should do it.
Right.
So yeah, the fact that you get away with that, I'm like, yeah, I kind of wish they would say like, you know, not attempted or something like that. Like they did in 2010, they had that. I like the point system now, but I think there should be a little bit more of a discipline, or there should be some consequences for not doing something the coach asks you to do.
Oh, definitely. Believe me, I've had so many letters from my manager. Whether it be not meeting my goals or if I try to steal, because like my speed on my guy is only like 35.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm an idiot and I try.
You try to go for it, huh?
Yeah, and I'll get this hate mail from them telling me if I do that again, oh man. So I don't even bother stealing anymore.
Man, you got a big old first baseman. I'm surprised you just don't put all those points into power and just start hitting home runs.
Yeah, you know what? But I don't know if it makes a difference because I know you got the power swing. I just hit with the X button.
I do too.
Just yeah, that way I could check the swing, and I don't hit. I think I had when in the Triple A's I had like seven or eight home runs. Like that was it. And but I'm content with my player.
Good.
As long as I try to keep it on the ground if I can.
Man, you're first baseman. You're trying to put the ball on the ground.
Yeah, well, I mean, hitting. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my character is pretty big. He's a big guy.
Man, I want to see some home runs out of you.
I know. Yeah, I need to work on it. I'm just my plate vision. Sometimes I get antsy, and or it's not the pitch that I want.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I did have another question for you.
What's up?
When this is probably the simplest thing in the world to answer, but when you get up to bat, sometimes your controller starts vibrating.
Yeah.
What is that about?
It's supposed to be your heartbeat.
Oh.
So like if you ever notice it'll come on in like a pressure situation, maybe a runner in scoring position, runner on third, maybe 1 out or 2 outs or whatever.
Yes. Exactly.
It probably was vibrating when you had bases loaded.
Yeah, that too. That happens a lot.
And it's got like a very distinct, like it feels like a side to side, like left to right vibrate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you hit the right analog stick, like if you move it around, it'll vibrate too.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes, if it does that, it'll only do 3 or 4 times, something like that, and then it'll go away.
Yeah, it does. It does.
But yeah, it's cool. It's sort of like, I think it's supposed to simulate that heartbeat, that pressure situation.
Yeah, that's okay. I was just wondering about that. I know I'm probably going to get some comments saying this guy is a real retard, but
I doubt it. I highly
it's okay.
Doubt it. But anyways, but on that, we're gonna have to wrap this up because I think we're about a minute over.
Oh, okay.
So
Sounds good.
No big
Sounds
deal.
good.
But I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you having me on.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on. And if you guys want to do a dual commentary into MLB, just send me a message. I know I'm going to have a couple of people who are going to totally be into this. So send me a message and then we'll hook it up. So anyways, thank you, Cain, for coming on.
Thank you, Tom.
Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I'll talk to you later.